And in the men's lightweight double sculls, down on the start, in lane 1, United States of America. In lane 2, last year's second place crew from Spain. In lane 3, Holland. Lane 4, West Germany. Lane 5, Austria. And lane 6, Czechoslovakia. Austria, last year's world champions. You can see this difficult water. Rather untidy first few strokes. In lightweight rowing, the crews have to average 70 kilos. And in these strong headwind conditions, it's very, very difficult for lightweight oarsmen to get the speed and run out of the boat that they require. Closest to us, Czechoslovakia. Last year placed third. Difficult conditions, Martin.
Yes, certainly very difficult for lightweights, and particularly difficult for lightweight scullers. And if some of these boys have had trouble making the weight and have had to go for a run and shed a few pounds, they're going to be regretting that now in this very difficult headwind. Certainly think it should make for a close finish at the end, though.
Out in front now, at the 1,000 metres, is West Germany. They were fourth last year, and they've got a good three-quarter of a length lead from Austria, last year's world champions. In third place, Holland. Holland were fifth last year. They've made one change to their crew.
And I think with the West Germans, who've so convincingly made an early lead, one's going to have to watch out for the final spurt of the crews behind, because it's very difficult for lightweights to sit out in front and try and win from the front. They just don't have the stamina of some of the heavyweight crews, so expect a close finish towards the end of this race.
The West German double, though, looking very calm. They look rather heavily geared, don't they? They look as if they've got quite a lot of work to do through the stroke. Quite a low rating, but they're sitting there, moving their boat along very nicely.
That's right, all the West Germans are superb technical outfits. Both rowing and sculling, they actually can move their boat along very, very efficiently, and it's a hallmark of their crews. This double's no exception.
In lane 2, the Spanish crew, Fernando Clement, his first appearance at World Championships at lightweight level was in 1977, and then he moved up to Olympic heavyweight level for the Los Angeles Games, where he came third in the pair in the Olympics. On the far side, the United States of America, and here the West German crew, still having a little bit of trouble there with the water, but looking long, looking strong, with Austria pressing them, just overlapping, about three-quarters of a length behind. But on the far side, it's the United States who are looking strong. They've moved into third place, the United States, on the far side. Steve Peterson and Robert Dreyer.
Yes, and it's interesting, these American doubles seem to come from nowhere, not on the lightweight scene last year, a completely new double, and now they're up there challenging for a medal.
Very strongly there. That's 500 metres to go. West Germany perhaps just moved a little bit on the Austrians. They're still about three-quarters of a length. And they're in lane 4, the Dutch trying to hold off the Americans on the far side. The Dutch, who finished 5th last year, trying to move up a couple of places, but it looks as if West Germany are well clear of this field, still being pressed by Austria, and the Dutch neck and neck with the United States. Czechoslovakia on the near side, falling right back. And there's a nice good shot of the West German double.
Not quite so confident on their technique in the last part of the race now. Blades tending to go a little bit deep at the beginning. Perhaps that shows they are tiring.
The Dutch look as if they're moving on the Americans, and on the near side, Austria now beginning to try and press up on the West Germans, and it looks very much as if they're making a good impression on them, stroke by stroke, moving on the West Germans. It must have cost them a lot, West Germany, to move out in front the way they did at the beginning.
That's right, this race is going to take something almost a minute longer than it would do in flat, still, calm conditions, and really they would have finished by now already, so the extra little bit's really going to tell.
Well, it's the Dutch in third place, pressing now up to the Austrians, and the United States beginning to make a play on the far side. It's between these four crews. West Germany still hanging on. With only 250 metres to go, they should have enough, but Austria beginning to move. Very hard to tell from the angle here, but it looks as if it's Austria pressing West Germany, Holland beginning to push against the Austrians as well, and the Americans coming now on the far side. The Americans moving very quickly on the far side. The Americans have caught the Dutch. They've caught the Austrians. The Americans have come from nowhere. They've caught the Austrians, and they're up now with the West Germans. And as they come up to the line, just these last couple of strokes, it's impossible to tell. Impossible to tell. The Americans, the West Germans, with Austria in third place, and the Dutch in fourth place. What an extraordinary last burst from the Americans.
I think that was incredible. In fact, if you saw the rating, they managed to lift their rating up perhaps to 39 or 40 strokes a minute, and it was noticeably higher than the other crews. And I don't think anybody saw them over that far side in lane 2, and they just seemed to sneak through on the inside.
Well, impossible to tell. In fact, it looks as if they got it absolutely on the line there, Martin, doesn't it?
I think perhaps it was a surge of the stroke. The boat tends to surge each stroke, and just happens where you've got your blades in the water, who's in front at the finish.
Well, indeed, it was the United States of America who won that race. Extraordinary final, 7:46.15, just 0.23 of a second behind West Germany, Austria in third place, and Holland, Spain and Czechoslovakia bringing up the rear.